0 to 100 and real quick. You quiet on that real shit.
Alright, 0 to 100, we're back again. I'm Vino.
Hey. Nick.
Day Rizzle.
Why you look like that? Alright, how y'all doing today though?
Pretty good.
I'm good.
Good.
Tired.
I'm good. Tired.
No, I'm good. Can't complain.
So we had a little incident on the page yesterday where
Oh yeah.
a black queen called us misogynistic. And then today, Nick agreed.
I didn't say that's not what I said. Those were not my words at all.
Okay, what you say, Nick?
I said some of the things you said were misogynistic.
Like what?
I did not say that you were misogynist. And those words never came out of my mouth because it's not true.
So we could say misogynistic things but not be misogynist.
Yeah, I said you can say homophobic things but not be a homophobe.
I could say racist things and not be a racist.
And that's different.
Oh no, Nick!
I don't know, it's just so different in my head. I don't know how it's different, but
Explain
it's
it.
different.
Because that's how I looked at it. I was like, dang, Nick's calling us calling us misogynist.
No, if someone calls you a fool for saying what you said was foolish, like that's
Okay.
the way I think about it.
Okay.
Like calling someone a fool, but yeah, as opposed to saying what someone said was foolish. That's like how I think about it.
Okay. Interesting. But what do you think we said that was misogynistic in your mind?
Like I can see how it comes off as misogynistic when you're like, you gotta have control over the girl in the relationship.
Whoa, we never said that.
Never said that.
You say you gotta have the power in the relationship.
Power
It's a
struggle. Power
I'm
struggle.
gonna let him go.
But you can go.
If you
No,
look
go
at the
ahead,
clip that the young woman,
the black
who-
queen.
no, the young woman.
Nick, what?
I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's black or not.
All right, go.
All right, the black queen. What she said about, bro, y'all making this go a completely different direction.
All right, go.
Y'all making this go a completely different direction. But in the clip, you're like, the next relationship I'm gonna be in, you're like, I'm gonna make sure I got the power. Like, I'm never gonna give up the power. Like, that's what you said, and
Yeah.
it sort of comes off in I'm gonna have the control over the girl. That's what it comes off as. If you're not getting the whole full context of the conversation, which I'm pretty sure she wasn't, because she didn't go look at the YouTube video, she just watched the Instagram.
Yeah, I think she was led there by a fellow.
And the caption of the Instagram thing, which
Yeah.
was, I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either.
It was like,
But I feel like when we're talking about power struggle, like women have power struggle too in relationships, which is why some women can do certain things and get away with it in a relationship, and vice versa for a man as well. So it's not powers as like controlling. Oh, I have to control this girl. It's more like I don't know how to really explain it when it comes to power struggle. It's just like you having the ability to sway the relationship into one direction. You know what I'm saying? Like if the girl wants to do something and she has the power, the relationship is gonna, whoever has pants in the relationship, pretty much.
okay.
But what were you gonna say?
I feel like there was something else.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna use the pants in the relationship analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. I think that's what it's about when you're in a relationship. There will be a power struggle, of course. And there are certain situations that you're gonna be put in to where one of you guys is going to have to take the lead. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna have to put their foot forward. You know what I'm saying? If there's one door, somebody's gonna have to walk through first. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what we were trying to hit at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are things you can do that's 50-50. I do believe everybody's equal in a relationship. It will be 50-50, but there are certain things where the woman's gonna take the lead sometimes, and the man gonna take the lead sometimes. I do understand why people would think what we were saying is like we want the control because of how we said it, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I love women. I'm speaking for me, and I'm speaking for them too. We love women.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was slightly offended by the comment, and by my friend Nick, I was slightly offended.
About me?
I was slightly.
I didn't say you were misogynist. I said things you said. Cause okay, in context with the other things that were put out about you were saying women like to create drama in a relationship.
They do.
Like,
cool.
if a woman hears that, like, you're saying that type of thing, they'll be like, all right, these dudes have something against women because they're blaming women for everything that
But
goes
it's
wrong
true.
in a relationship.
But it's
I feel
true.
But that
That's
aspect
gonna
is
come
true.
off as misogynistic.
That aspect,
It's
that
true.
that right there is true. Like, I'm gonna take my blame for whatever I did wrong in a relationship.
Me
But
too.
that specific thing, I feel like that's true. Like, I believe that 100%.
At the end of the day, I think it's hard for people to hear the truth. And I'm speaking from experience.
Alright, it's true.
That's it.
Well, I will ask you said she was black, the Black Queen. Also, I'm not, should I even go here? You're the one that said yourself, you're like, all these girls out here ain't Black Queens. You've said that before.
No, Nick.
Alright.
I ain't say that.
I'm pretty sure you said like some of these girls don't act like Black Queens. That's what you said.
Some of them don't act like black
I ain't
queens.
say
We're
that.
not saying they
I ain't say those
aren't.
words.
Alright, my point exactly.
Some of them don't
Isn't
act
that,
like
the same,
it.
isn't that the same thing as saying you said something misogynistic but you're not misogynistic?
Okay, that's why I said I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
That's why I said I understood why people would think what we were saying, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference versus assuming versus what is. You know what I'm saying? You can assume that I'm misogynistic because of the things I say, but I'm not really misogynistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the females out here, they don't act like black queens, but I'm not saying they aren't. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my point.
I guess
So
that's
I will ask her
okay.
to leave in the comments
Actions versus actions.
what specifically she thought was misogynistic.
Man,
And last
I ain't
thing,
gonna say no.
last thing I'm gonna say,
Well, say it.
actions are louder than words. So
I don't think she knew what she was talking about, to be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna just keep it 100. Like, I think she was led there by a person. The person told her, look at these guys who were hateful towards women. She likes this person, so she just tagged along to what he said and just went in the comments and was. I don't even think she watched the video. I think she was just like, oh, you guys sound real. You guys are closeted misogynists. I don't think she watched the thing. I don't think she did. It's my opinion. But she's a black queen, though, so that's why I ain't say nothing like bad to her. I was just like, yo, you
Well,
beautiful.
yeah, you shouldn't.
I was like, you're beautiful. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But if the roles were reversed, she'd be going off on me.
Yeah, but you realize how you take what she says and just respond with
Kind of.
you're beautiful and
Yeah.
not acknowledging the words that are coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
How she can perceive that is like a joke. She's like, you think you're funny,
I think
right?
that's funny. Yeah, and I was being for real. I was
Being
like, yo,
genuine.
You're beautiful.
but that's
You know what I'm
that's an
saying?
assumption as well. You can't you people can't be mad at you because you say something and they assume what you're saying is something different because what you're saying is actually what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
we said, yeah, you're beautiful. She can assume that we joking, but at the end of the day, that's her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of goes back to her assuming that we're misogynist because of what we're saying on the clip. It's not right.
Yeah. And then I follow her page.
It's not right to assume.
Cool.
She probably won't block you.
Nah, she didn't. But that's the thing, bro. See, I was telling Daryl yesterday, I could have took it a step forward and could have tore
You
down her
should've
whole.
DM'd her ass.
I could have tore down her whole like everything. But I was like, no, I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Not
What you mean?
because something I know. I knew who that was, bro. I don't know her personally, but I know who that is based off someone else. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, you know what? That's a black queen. I'm gonna treat her like.
Did we even
royalty.
give the context to the situation? Like what
Yeah.
happened? If someone came into the comments and called us closeted misogynist.
Closeted misogynist. In my head, I'm like, you might as well just pull us out and just call us misogynist. You know what I'm saying? But to move forward in this,
Okay.
we had a great debate today on the chat with
Oh, the
Nicholas.
group chat?
Yeah. Where Nick says that since we broke up with our previous.
Say what I said.
No.
No. Say what I said correctly.
No.
Oh, we're
Let
gonna
me
read
say
it.
Let me say
Read
it.
it.
I'll go to it. I'll go to it. Let me scroll. There's a lot was said.
And mind you, Nick, I knew this was
Not
the
saying you're wrong. Not saying you're wrong.
I knew this was the beginning, Nick.
Not
And
saying
we
you're
asked
wrong.
you this 3 weeks ago.
What?
I was like, Nick, I think you think we had like failed relationships or something. You're like, nah, definitely not.
I didn't
Boom.
say.
Okay, go ahead.
He's gonna read it. He's gonna read it.
All right, read.
I'm gonna read what you sent to us,
Okay.
and we're gonna discuss it on video so people can give their comments and their opinions on it. All right, cool. I completely understand. Where should I start? Let's start here. Nick, all I'm saying is you are both coming at an angle since you haven't been in a successful long-term relationship. So you don't know if the techniques that you are describing will sustain one. But I listen to what y'all say, believe me.
All right. So when I say successful long-term relationship, I don't think anybody I know has been in a successful long-term relationship. I'm talking about being with someone for 10, 20 years. That's what I mean by successful long-term relationship, which I described in another text message. So when I'm saying y'all haven't been in successful long-term relationships, I'm not talking about the 2 or 3 years relationships. I'm talking about like life commitment relationships.
All right.
So I'm saying I'd rather take advice on certain things from people, like the point you brought up earlier about someone who's done it wrong and done it right, like someone who's been divorced and remarried and has a successful remarriage, like their advice, like you said, would be really valuable versus
someone who's just married and just
versus bachelors, which is us, like people who are single as in not married and just have had girlfriends. Like I think the relationship you have, boyfriend and girlfriend in your 20s, is way different than the relationship you'll have with a 30 or 40-year-old grown woman when you're married. Like people mature, people change, become different people when they're older. So I think to take certain ideas that we have now and perpetuate them for relationships for the rest of our lives may or may not be true.
Okay.
So I hear you out, clearly I feel you. But when I speak on these situations, I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about women who are above 26. Because if that was the case, I would speak in a whole different manner.
Same.
So I'm speaking about women between the ages of 18 and 25. You see what I'm saying? Also, too, as a bachelor, I would say my goal at a time was to be in a successful relationship. Now, the first relationship, it didn't fail. I just walked away. It would have kept going. I just walked away. The second one, I would say, it failed. It didn't fail on my part, though. I didn't do nothing wrong. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, since I've seen these two sides, like I've seen both of these situations, I'm able to come to you and be like, Nick, if I were you, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that, because I can analyze like where I was at fault, and I can analyze where the other person was at fault. Yeah. Like I've sat for months sitting like thinking about it, like analyzing the situations, like, dang, how did this go wrong? How did this happen? And with relationships, bro, there's always a pattern. Like, everybody's relationship is different, bro, but there's certain things that's just the same for every relationship. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak, it's more, or when we speak, it's more like we're speaking on from an angle of what is the same in every relationship. We believe is the same in every relationship. You see what I'm saying? It's not like a thing of like, oh, no, we're against you or whatever like that. It's more like, yo, we see this. Hey, Nick, you should probably go this route. You should probably take this road instead.
Yeah. And I just want to know what makes you think that I'm not listening to what you say.
Because your actions.
How? Like what?
Because it's more, okay, so for example, Nick, so we'll say like, Nick, like maybe you shouldn't like take certain things too seriously or something like that. Or maybe you should, I don't know, let's see. Okay, perfect example, the prank. Remember the prank thing? Yeah. And you're like, yo, like, I don't want to put that in the atmosphere. And we were just like, I mean, bro, to be honest with you, like, it's a prank, it's a joke.
Literally a joke.
And if your significant other gets mad, you got to question that. Like,
why?
Because if she gets mad to the point where she's like, I'm done with you, you got to be like.
I'm not saying that would happen, but I'm just saying there are some things that I wouldn't want to be pranked about. And because I know she wouldn't want to be pranked about.
And why is that?
Like, I'm the type of person, if you wouldn't do something to me, I'm not going to do that to you.
But why? If it's a joke?
Because it's just, if you're not going to, if I wouldn't want something done to me and that person wouldn't do that to me, then I'm not going to do that to them. So that's just the type of person I am.
Okay.
So I understand you're saying it's just a joke, but in that moment, when those feelings are real, it's not just a joke. Like, she would, like, in a certain situation, she's like, why would you even think that was funny? Like, the same way that you're saying that. I'm trying to explain exactly what I'm trying to say.
Like, because my question is like, what's the worst that can happen?
I'm not thinking about like what's the worst that could happen and like how it could lead to a breakup. I'm just like, why would I want to do that to her in that moment?
Well, I mean, to me, it's because it's content. Like, Like, it's, I mean, I'm just saying, it's content. It's not like you're really trying to hurt her.
I just wouldn't want to do something to somebody that they would.
I think you're thinking of this whole thing in too much of a logical stance when it's literally for like a laugh. You know what I'm saying? Literally to just see a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking at it like, oh, if I pull a prank, she's gonna cry. She's really gonna be hurt for a second, and then when you tell her it's a joke, she'll be relieved that it's actually a joke.
That's what keep on her.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's literally a joke. You just want to see her reaction. You want to see how much she cares. I'm not even talking about a specific type of prank, but just in general.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. You're saying, why would I want to do that to her in this moment? What's the purpose? I mean, it's literally for a reaction, just to see. Just to see.
Just being funny, that's all.
That's literally.
That's all.
We're all friends, right? We're all friends, and I want you to. I know we're not no homo, but we're all friends. We've all pulled pranks on each other, right?
Fact.
Do you think like that when you pull a prank on us?
Nah.
Did you think like that? No, I'm not gonna say what prank it was. Did you think like that when we thought about pulling a prank on one of our friends with his car? Did you think like that then?
A little bit. I
No,
felt
you
bad. But I was thinking about,
Okay,
like, man, it's messed up. But this dude's done messed up things to me, so it is what it is.
I want you to sit there and think about that for a second. It's literally just for a reaction. I think you're just kind of overthinking it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything in a relationship, you want to laugh. You want to laugh together, cry together. You know what I'm saying? Make each other mad. You want to have those emotions. That's what a relationship is about. All emotions. You don't want it to be all good and dandy all the time. And I'll never hurt you because I know you would never hurt me. Not saying that's how you should look at it, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes stuff just happens. You gotta look at a relationship like, that's my friend, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
You can play pranks on a friend, joke with a friend, roast a friend, you know what I'm saying? You want to do that with your significant other as well. You don't want it to just be all about love and feelings and emotion all the time.
Question. Now, let's say your significant other was to prank you. Would you feel more inclined to prank them back?
Yeah, maybe. Depends on how I feel. But the specific situation that you're talking about, before I even said anything, she was like, yeah. I was like, what would you have pranked? Like, I was like, how far would you have gone? She was like, I wouldn't have done anything that would, like, she said, I wouldn't have done anything that was related to our relationship. And I was like, all right. She said that. I didn't tell her to say that. Because I already knew that's how she felt.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was my.
But you
part
agree
of
with
my
it.
reasoning.
But you agree with it.
I mean, if that's how she feels, then yeah.
Okay. So it's not really you that feels like that in the first place. It's really her that feels like that.
I mean, I wouldn't be inclined to.
Oh, okay.
Like, I wouldn't be like, yo, I want to prank her. But I could be like, if I knew that she would be okay with it in the long run, I'd be like, I could be convinced to do it. But I wouldn't naturally want to be like, yo, I should prank my girl. Like, that's just not the type of person I am.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair.
All right. Well, that's pretty much what we were trying to say. Just like, if we're just seeing stuff and we're just like, yo, Nick, this, and this.
And we're speaking from we're all pretty much the same age. We're just because like we've been in relationships that haven't succeeded. You know what I'm saying? You could call them failure. Whoever can call them failure. Just because we haven't succeeded in a relationship doesn't mean we don't know. We've been in the same situation that other people have been in. Not just speaking to you, but just in general, and even deeper. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for people to just like kind of be like, yo, like, you don't really know. We're speaking from a point of experience is what we're trying to say. Like, literally everything that you feel, we felt. I can say I felt. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for Vino because I don't know what's in his heart or in his head. But I'm just speaking from a sense of where I was in a couple situations where I felt like I was going to be committed for life. You know what I'm saying? For the long run. Literally invested time, money, effort, emotion, everything. And, you know, I just want people, not just you, but just people to understand that if somebody's trying to tell you something, just because they haven't succeeded, you should really take into consideration. Like, don't sit and think about it for a second or two. Like, really just take in what they're telling you, because they could be giving you valuable information. And it might come indirect. It might not be exactly what you need to hear, but you could relate to it.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And a lot of times the best advice comes from the people who are on the outside looking in.
Right.
Because a lot of times we could be inside of something, not be able to think clearly.
right.
And the person outside, they're looking at it from an unbiased perspective. Or mainly from a perspective that's on your side.
Oh, shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that the whole time.
So, but yeah.
Right. So that's really it. Just don't.
Because at first I was like, dang, Nick, you trying to make it seem like we're failures at this.
No, I'm not. Because the thing that irritates me the most is when y'all automatically assume that I'm not taking what y'all are saying into consideration. Like y'all automatically assume that.
I'm gonna bring up one situation. I'm gonna tell you, Nick, this happened like 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna be honest. This is when I knew I was like, bro, I'm never gonna talk to this dude about relationships again. Bro, we were at the gym. Let me tell y'all, we was at the gym and I was trying to put Nick on game about something. I can't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
Bro, mid-sentence, this dude cuts me off. Hey, Sebastian, look on the TV. I'm
That
just
wasn't
like, bro,
the
that's
TV.
like super. I was just like, bro, like, there's got to be something that's mentally make him block me out. I got to be telling.
I wasn't even blocking you.
I really got to be telling him some real
Nah,
shit
Nick
right
was
now.
like, dude, look at his workout over there. That's
And
what
I'm-
I'm saying.
Because we were walking past and I saw it. I was like, oh shoot, I've seen this done. Like it just caught my attention real quick.
Nah,
I was
we
like,
weren't,
oh,
bro.
look
We
at
weren't
that.
walking
We were sitting
around, bro.
down.
We were sitting down.
Yeah, I looked and I saw him. I literally I saw it and I
The
was like,
disrespect
commented
in
on
that
it.
moment was so real. I was just like, bro, I'm not even going.
I think that was kind of funny though.
Crazy. I was like, man, this guy right here. All right, bro, he got it. Nah, but man,
Wait, do you remember what you were saying?
I really can't. I think we were talking about the same thing we were talking about on the last podcast. How women need drama.
Okay.
It's gotta be, man. It's the truth, bro.
So like when we do give you
I
advice,
was listening to what you were saying.
what goes into your head? Like, oh, here, quick question. Remember what you said? We don't know what goes on in your head. What goes on in your head, Nick?
What do you mean?
Earlier, you were like, you guys don't know what goes on in my head, and I was like, so what goes? So give us a tour.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Like when we give you advice,
exactly the question that you're asking.
like when we give you advice, what do you think in your head, from an honest perspective? What do you think in your head? Like, how do you process it?
I take what you're saying. I try to relate it to my situation.
And if it doesn't relate, then what?
And well, no, I mean, I always keep it like I may not be able to relate, like do something with it right in that moment, but I always like keep it in the back of my head.
Okay.
But sometimes the stuff y'all say, I'm initially like, all right, like I don't think
Like what?
I don't remember. No, the stuff y'all were saying about I don't remember what you said exactly. You were talking about if you had a girl and she was going out, you wouldn't tell her to.
Be safe or something?
Yeah.
Or
you
no,
said something
not
like
to
that.
drink too much.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
said.
I was like, I don't care.
That's because
You're a grown woman.
that's real.
That's how I see it. I mean, it's honestly though.
But
honest.
yeah, and you were talking about how you should set up tests, and then you were fine what you said later. You're like, you shouldn't do that all the time, and that's what I thought you were saying initially.
I said that? Or him?
One of y'all said you shouldn't do that all the time.
Oh, I think you should test women.
Yeah, but you say you shouldn't do
I
that
think you
all
should
the
test.
time.
No. I think you should test women until they prove themselves trustworthy.
Yeah.
That's how you save yourself from wasting time. You test
That
them.
is true.
You test them in the beginning so you can save yourself from wasting time. And it doesn't even have to be like a serious test, like you set some shit up. It could just be something that happens, a situation that's gonna happen during the day, and you just want to see
how she gonna react.
how she gonna react. Yeah, that's
'Cause
it.
you
That's how
never
you save
know.
yourself from wasting time.
Shoot, that first test you might give out, she might react in a whole another way you didn't expect, and you gonna start questioning like, dang, hold up now.
Because if you think about it, if every girl you meet, you just trust as soon as you meet them, have that first conversation with them.
That joke could go on for years, bro.
You know what I'm
Never-
saying?
You'll never.
You first meet them, you hang out with her for a week, and you just trust her. Just imagine if that happened with every girl that you met. Not even relationship, every person you met.
Yeah.
Like, not even just relationship, just in general.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
waste
different
it.
because I'm naturally just like that with people in
Yeah.
general.
and
Male
nothing
or
wrong
and
with
to be
that.
honest with people, it's alright, but with
See, I'm
females,
like-
it's kind of like, man.
I trust you
At our
until you
age.
give me a reason not to. Like that's how I go about with any relationship, male or female, like friendship. It doesn't even matter. Like I trust someone until they give me a reason not to.
And I'm gonna tell you that's cool.
And that's
fine.
always been a flaw of mine. Like my mom
Everybody
even said
got
that when I was
flaws.
growing up.
Everybody has
She's like, you
flaws,
gotta
though.
stop trusting people so much.
Everybody has flaws, 100%. What I'm trying to say is, I think trust is a really big thing. Like if you just trust somebody from the jump, and you begin to catch feelings and you begin to love them, they could be doing stuff that you're just not seeing because from day one you only seen good in them.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And more good is going to keep coming as you develop those feelings. So you're just, like you said in quotations, which is another thing. We've never told you you're blinded by love, so I don't know who told you that.
Yeah.
I've never. Those words have never came out my mouth. I've never typed that over text. Ever.
No, I'm not talking about that exactly. But
Oh,
you
well.
said like the thing you're saying. You said it in a more refined way, but you were like, you're inside, so you may not see certain things.
I mean, that's true though.
It's what?
Like inside the relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're inside a relationship, bro, the one thing I always regret, bro, I wish I listened to the people outside my relationship. That's my biggest regret, bro. Because people was telling me from the jump, both times, like, yo, I wouldn't mess with that. But me, I'm like, nah, they cool, like, they good.
Right.
And 2 years in, dang, bro, they was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and there were flags, there's signs, there's stuff like, I mean, people don't even gotta tell you stuff sometimes. Sometimes you just have the red flags.
If there's anything that you have to question,
That's when you gotta be like, nah, it ain't me.
you gotta look into it. I won't say it's not. I won't say go that far. If it's extreme, then you be like, nah, that's not
First
me.
red flag for
But
me,
you
I'm
look
out.
into it. You don't brush it off because you care about the person or because you trust the person. You look into it. At the end of the day, you gotta worry about your feelings too. You know what I'm saying? You can't go about everything like, oh, it's two of us. It's two of us. You know what I'm saying? It's me and her, or him and me, speaking for my female viewers. But you can't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at you. Really, you gotta think about you. You can't just go about it like that. So.
Feels like a therapy session.
No, I'm speaking in general. I'm speaking in general.
Nigga, are you holding back right now?
Speak.
I don't know what you mean by holding back. I was just thinking about why I may not naturally be as perceptive to the things that you guys say is that you only say, like, you give more words of caution than you do words of support. So if you mix those in with words of support, then I'm going to be more likely, because I'm just hearing, like, y'all saying, yo, Nick, watch out for this, watch out for this, over and over again. Eventually, I'm going to, like, tune out some of what y'all say, because I'm like, all right, they're saying this stuff all the time. But if
I 100%
if you're saying
that. I 100%
more of
understand
other
that.
stuff included, then
But what
I'd
if
be
we
more
can't say
likely
we
to
can't
take-
say nothing with support?
What do you mean?
What if we only can say words of caution? What if there's no support we can give because we're like, yo, no. Like it's like you like running and there's a cliff coming. We can't be like, yeah, man, just keep running.
But I'm not saying I understand that perspective, but I don't understand why you're using that analogy. Because there's there's nothing that I've told you where that should be how you're.
No, we're not speaking about you.
I don't know.
I'm
Nick.
not speaking about you.
What do you mean?
I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna say, there was not whatever, just something. And at the beginning, I was kind of like, nigga, I don't know. I was like, Nick, don't do it. Like, stop sign, no. And then you said, nah, man, like, can't be that bad. Heartbreak can't be that bad. I was like, all right, bro.
I don't remember exactly what
It was
I
two
said.
things. I'm not gonna say it on camera because, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying, like, there's been a couple things where, from the jump, that's why now
He's speaking specifics, by the way. He's gonna speak specifics. I'm speaking general.
That's why now I'm like, I'm supporting you, but in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, man, keep going, like, but I don't know.
We're gonna see.
Because I'm not in your shoes. But I can see, because I've been there before where it was like somebody was giving me words of caution and I was like, man, forget that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're also saying things about something that you really don't, like, you're not in the relationship every day.
Things we really don't know about, right?
No, not things you don't know about, like, I'm talking about things specifically.
We don't know the specifics because we're not in it. That's respectable.
Yeah.
That is respectable.
Well,
Now, if y'all are around her every day and seeing certain things, that would be different.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do take the things that you guys say from your experience into account.
But here's the thing, though. This has nothing to do with now in the relationship. This has to do like before, where there was like nothing like crazy serious, but more just like certain things. And I was like, Nick, I don't know. No, I didn't say I don't know. I was like, Nick, nah, I don't do it. Because I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm gonna be 100%. Like, I'm gonna be for real. And if Sarah's watching, like, I'm not trying to say anything bad about her. Nothing at all. But I'm just saying, like,
Great lady.
I'm just speaking from my perspective. Like, you say great lady.
No,
like,
for real.
Like an older woman.
Nah, I don't know why I said lady. Great person.
I'm like, if you ask me a question, bro, especially when it comes to relationships, I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, yo, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even have to be in it for me to know that. I could just tell you straight up, like, nah, because that's what anybody else is gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Unless some other person hasn't been in that position before. Like, I've been in that position. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say specifically what, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? But that's why now I can give you the words of support. Like I've told you before, I'm like, yo, Nick, I support you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna always, if anything ever comes up, like whenever in the future, God forbid, I'm gonna be like, Nick, nah. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? But for now, I'm like, yo, Nick, good job. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing's came up.
No, I agree with you.
Nick's
No,
holding
no,
back.
I'm
Say it,
not.
bro. Stop.
I feel like if
honestly,
the cameras was off, Nick was just
No.
like,
I honestly, I'll promise you, there's nothing that I want to say.
This dude. Trust.
And that's the thing, bro. Somebody told me, like, the one thing we always give our all to is a woman, bro. Like, we sacrifice everything for a woman, bro.
Everything.
And sometimes that could be detrimental to us. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you brush the wrong things to the side.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
That's not good.
that's what I'm saying, like, at this time in your life, it's kind of like, man, you at a point in life where it's like, how can I say, everything you do now is gonna like affect everything in the future. So it's like, we're like, yo, Nick, I don't know, like, about that. I don't know about this right now, because everything you do is gonna affect you for the rest of your life, kind of, sort of type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were like 16, 17, then whatever, Nick, go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want your feet to get wet in the wrong puddle, pretty much. That makes sense. That's what I'm saying.
So what do you mean?
Like, everything that we say, or that I say, is more like, I would rather you not have to put your foot into that. Like, not even speaking about this, just anything. Like, if I'm like, yo, Nick, like, I've been there, or something like that, I'm gonna be like, Nick, don't do it. Like, just don't. Because your foot's gonna get in that puddle, and you might, wiggle your toes a little bit in that water, and it's like, man, this feels great. But, once that mud kind of rises up, the puddle dries a little bit, mud get on your feet get sticky, you get a little dirty, that mud might last there forever. You're gonna be scarred. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm scarred. But I know how to suppress it. Like, I know how to be like, I can't be like that, but I'm scarred. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
I don't want you to be scarred, Nick.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't want you to be scarred, Nick.
You said I understand what you're saying. Nah. You don't understand yet, my boy. You don't understand yet. But it's alright, man. I'm praying.
I don't think I'll ever look at another girl the same, bro. Just cause, bro, it's just so much.
So do you think that's the perspective that you guys are coming from is true of every person, though?
To me, personally?
Because
I'll tell you, yeah.
not everybody, not everybody's been in a relationship where they've been cheated on.
Well, I'm not talking about that specifically.
Yeah, but I'm just using that as an example.
Okay.
And when that happens to you, you start to be extra
cautious.
Not that you shouldn't be, but just
I'm gonna
like
let you finish
you
and
start
I'll
to
answer.
see certain things.
In that light?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It goes back to trust. You test a person until they prove themselves trustworthy.
Fact. I ain't
Worth
testing
your
nobody.
time, your effort, your funds, your spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, because when you get deep, that's how it gets.
That's fact.
That's why you test a person to find out if they're trustworthy or not. I don't look at I'm kind of like you, in a sense, but I go about it different. I don't trust people. I'm opposite of you, actually. I don't trust people until they prove themselves trustworthy. I first started hanging with Sebastian, we went on that little double date to the fair. I was just like, bro, I just met this dude. I don't really even know, you know what I'm saying? But he was cool. And now, you know what I'm saying?
And Daryl almost got into a puddle.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was like, Daryl, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And he was like, dang, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
But if he did that jump, bro, I don't know.
You test a person until they prove themselves trustworthy. That way you don't waste time. That way you can actually see if they're trustworthy. And then you know if you can invest your life into that person.
True.
So I don't look at every person like that until I trust them.
True.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no.
But with the whole
and y'all know how I look at females.
Yeah.
Y'all know. That's some off camera shit. Y'all know how I look at females. But nah, until they prove themselves, then yeah.
But I see the whole light thing you're saying. That makes a lot of sense, Nick. But to be honest, that's like, let's put it like this. If I could see, let's say something happened to me, right? And then I see you walking, not saying this is happening, but if I see you walking down that road, like, or I see this person that you about to walk down this road with, I'm like, nah, bro, nah. Yeah, that whole light might be on that perspective, but that's because that person fits that description of being in that light. And
right.
Not saying this specifically, but in general. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you realize when you keep saying the same things, even though you're not saying it pertains to a certain person, if you keep repeating the same things, it seems like it is.
I see what you're saying. And that's why I feel like a lot of times when you do that, bro, is because we feel like you have because of that whole flaw you said, the whole trusting thing. So it's like, I mean, I'll keep pressing that button to see if your perspective has changed yet about us, like, relationships or something like that.
There are just so many aspects, man, to that whole situation. It's baffling.
What do you mean?
It's really baffling. I don't know. We're not in it, so we can't speak on it. You know what I'm saying? But just from the outside, the complete outside looking in, it's just baffling.
Baffling.
Yeah. Well, to me, because I'm not in it. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, to me, I don't know. Assume what you want.
I'm confused a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm gonna let y'all go. That's just me. Cause
Wait, why do you say that?
Yeah, why do you say that?
Because I'm trying to.
We can cut it
go
if we
down
need
this
to,
road.
'cause I
I'm trying to
don't
go
know
down
what
this
you're
road.
Why would we cut it?
Because I don't know what you're about to say.
I mean, I don't know anything versus what you just told me.
There was baffling.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it on camera, bro. Like, that's your situation.
I mean, I feel like we should. I feel like this is perfect time for Nick to defend his position, to defend his relationship.
it's just baffling. That's just me. I guess because we both have different views on relationships, so maybe that's why it's baffling to me. It's working.
But that word baffling is interesting.
Nah, I'm sorry. It's
It's
just
baffling. You know what you're saying when you say that?
I do. I'm baffled.
Okay, give us an example, I guess.
I will. We're gonna edit this out. Cause I'm just taken away.
All right, go.
And we're back. Nah, man, listen.
All right, I have a question. I want to see what do you think about this, Nick, when it comes to us, right? Do you think that we are jealous?
No.
Okay. Do you think that we are jealous of the time you spend with your significant other versus us?
At points, I wouldn't say jealous is the right word,
What word would you use?
but I think it builds certain animosity, should I say, over time if it happens repeatedly.
That's what you think. That's what's in your mind, you're saying. Or cross your mind. Okay, so
Yeah, I think there were times where you guys were like, "Wow, bro!" Like when something happened that prevented me from spending time with y'all versus spending time with.
I know what he's gonna say.
Number one, Nick, you're not special. You're our friend, but you can't make it all about you.
I think so.
Number
don't
two,
understand what you're talking
no.
You just asked me that question.
No. Okay, and I'm giving my opinion on what you said. That's what we do on podcasts. Number one, Nick, you're not special, bro. Number two, the only reason we say certain things is because we're trying to look out for you. You know what I'm saying? Number three, sometimes we feel like you're just in a little too deep, too soon. That's it.
Said that's it. That's it. Okay, what do you have to say to that?
I wasn't even talking about like the advice and stuff you get. I was just talking about specific instances where.
And I'm speaking about the same thing you're speaking about, like the times where you're spending with Sarah. Sarah's great, bro, for real. Like I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Sarah's great. I met her 2-3 times. She's wonderful. Honestly, she is amazing. We're speaking like specifically about you though at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm speaking about how you said the times that you spend with her, you feel like it creates animosity. It doesn't. We're just trying to look out for you.
Yeah.
We have nothing towards Sarah. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that at all. So if that's ever went through your mind, that's
which sometimes I do think that. Sometimes you might feel like we have something.
Yeah, I have felt like that too, but that's not the case.
Not the case.
We really just trying to look out for you. Like I know we both some characters, bro, but we really just be trying to look out for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that and I get that.
100%.
But
I don't need you all's help.
no. I was specifically talking about like how you react to those specific instances where that happened. Right. You're like, yo, Nick, you ditched us for that. Like the Miami situation, for example.
All right.
We all were like, oh.
Nick, that was your fault, bro.
Okay. We can explain this. We can
explain it for real.
But we're gonna let.
I don't understand how it's my fault when I say from the beginning what dates that I was gonna be in Miami for. And you didn't take the days off work when you could have. Like if you had asked for those days off 6 months in advance when we had decided on the dates, I don't know if that would have been an issue. And even if you did and you couldn't get the days off, I don't know how that's my fault.
You just killed yourself.
What are you talking?
Keep going.
He's like, just killed yourself.
Keep going, bro.
I'm trying to figure this out. I'm like, but go.
Go ahead, Nick.
So for the background story, we planned a trip to Miami around certain dates, and I was like, all right, I want to be in New York for New Year's Eve because I want to be with my girlfriend for New Year's. That was what I said I wanted from almost the beginning. We had said we were going to go in December, like a year before, because we did this trip every December. And then I told them like 6 months before probably, I was like, I wanted to be in New York for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
And so we had scheduled these certain dates, and then Darrell wasn't able to get out of work for the first 2 days that we were supposed to go down there. And so at the time, I was like, yo, is it really worth it for me to drive down there to only be there for 2 days and then go to New York? I did not know that me not deciding not to was going to prevent them from going. But I was like, yo, I don't know if it's worth it for me to drive down to Miami for me to only be down there for 2 days.
All right.
So that was I was like, all right, we can just do it a different time. And so y'all wanted to change the dates to go 2 days later, and I was like, I don't know if that would be worth it.
All right.
But then finding out that if y'all didn't go because you're all like, yo, Nick's not even gonna come, it's not even gonna be like, you're saying I'm not special, so I don't know what.
It was really about money, bro. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying? We work, but it's just like.
Yeah. So
it's just like we all planned it together, like bunching finances together. So when one is just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna go, it's just kind of like, well, yeah.
I see what you're saying. Your perspective.
100%.
So at the beginning, since that the year before, we went for around New Year's or whatever, right? Now I'm pretty sure after that trip, we discussed numerous times that we'll be going back again for New Year's because we did it the year before, right? We didn't say set in stone, but the narrative was we can't wait to go back for New Year's again, go to the strip club, whatever, boom. So for a while it was like, yeah, Miami. And then your situation sprung up. And I don't want to say it was 6 months in advance, Nick. I want to say it was probably a couple months in advance.
it was more than 2 months, bro.
If you say that. Okay, all right.
Even if it was, y'all.
Okay, a couple months. All right, we're cool with it, right? Now, at that time, I feel like in my head, I was like, dang, Nick, head over heels, I don't want to be like, nah, don't do that because this and this. Because I was like, man, I'm going to let him do his thing. But as time went on, I was like, I don't know, man. I think Nick should be like, I'm going to go to New Year's with Miami. Went to Miami with us. Because we did this last year. So when Dayrell couldn't get the days off, right, we was like, all right, let's push it back 2 days. And then we'll be good. Now, then you were like, I don't think I should go. But to me, I was kind of like...
You remember specific words?
What?
It wouldn't be beneficial.
Okay, it wouldn't be beneficial to you, right?
Right.
Then I was like, to be honest with you, Nick, you could not go to New York. You could be like, I'm not going to go, I'm going to go to Miami. Like, I feel like that should have been a thing you could have said to your significant other at the beginning. Like, look, this year, every New Year's, every December, we go to Miami, so it's going to be around this time. You know what I'm saying? And they should, you know what I'm saying, understand, like, all right, if they get mad, you can talk to them or whatever. Or even if you end up being like, look, I spoke with my significant other about this, I'm going to choose to go to New York. I'll be like, you know what, all right, that's cool. But it felt like it was more of like, yo, I'm going to go with New Year's with this person instead of y'all. Like, it felt like it was just like, that's it, that's a done deal. That's what it felt like to me. That's my opinion. That's how I saw it.
It's a bit different because I can understand, and I would do what you said if it wasn't long distance. But the fact that I'm trying to be with my girlfriend on certain moments,
okay,
part of that is because it's long distance.
Boom.
Okay.
Here's my point.
Good response.
It was about 2 months, actually, that we started planning. And you said we had those specific dates for 2 months. That's what you said. That's false, because the whole time we were talking about you going to New York and when you were going to leave and when you were going to go there. So the dates had fluctuated a bunch of times. It went from
the 31st.
Okay. You said the 31st, right? That's you specifically. We talked, I know we and, well, not even really Sterling, but we fluctuated between the 26th and the 27th because he thought him and his family were going to be going on a trip at that point in time. Yeah. So the dates were never disclosed and settled. Thus, I didn't take the days off from work. So when we figured out the dates, final, and I tried to take them off, they weren't available. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I wasn't going to take a day off and miss work when I need money for the trip in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like the dates never were settled and locked in. Number two, even though we chose the 20...
It was the 28th after.
It was the 28th, and you were like, it wasn't beneficial for 2 days. Here's my point about this. You can go to Miami with us for 2 days. You're going to spend New Year's in New York. And you're going to come back home on the, 4th, 5th, around that time? I don't remember what it was for you.
Something like that.
So, but pretty much the whole time, you're on a vacation. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's 2 days, a day with your homeboys, with a tradition that we had initially talked about. You know what I'm saying? You could have been like, okay, well, man, I ain't gonna be able to stay the whole time. I'll come for the 2 days, fly to New York so I can spend New Year's with Sarah. That's what I expected for you to do in the first place. I wasn't, his opinion about it was different because he probably thought you would have chose New York or Miami, which you did, ended up choosing New York, and that's cool. I understand the moments thing. My thing was, you could split it up. Miami for 2 days, we lit. You know what I'm saying? Go to New York, spend New Year's with your girl. That's cool. If you gonna dip, dip. That's what you gonna do. That was what I thought you were gonna do. And just when you were like, yeah, 2 days in Miami isn't beneficial for me, I was just kind of like, dang, bro, like, we've done this about 4 times in the past 2 years, and I thought we were all on the same page. It's just like, dang, he really is head over heels. He's just gonna dip. That's how we looked at it. Yeah. That's kind of how we looked at it.
I just wish y'all had been open in the moment and said that then, instead of just saying, all right.
But what it had
y'all
changed?
just like, all right, Nick.
But what it had
Yeah, but I know now we're gone.
Nick, I don't know.
I hate it when y'all do this. I'll tell you what I would have done. Y'all be like, oh, I don't know.
All right.
And I'm telling you that's what I would have done.
Nick, how we be? How we be?
All right.
I don't understand why this whole podcast has been attacking me.
We're not attacking you.
No, y'all really have been. Not attacking, but the whole thing has been focused on me.
We're just
having a discussion, bro.
Yeah, like, all right. So the reason too is like I feel like now you're in a different mindset than before, right? Now I don't know how you would have acted before.
Easier to talk.
So
to
I'm not gonna assume
that.
that. I'm not gonna assume that. But I'm saying my point of view from before was like, damn, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let Nick do his thing. But now I feel like I can be like, yo, Nick, I don't know, man. Like, could you like do this instead or whatever like that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, if y'all had told me that before, regardless of if y'all believe me or not, and looking back now, I'm like, all right, yeah, shoot, I should have just gone for those days.
Yeah.
But I was thinking at a point where I was originally planning on going on for like 4 to 5 days if we had left on the 26th, and I was like, dang, 2 days. I was like, we might as well reschedule if I'm only gonna go for 2 days. Like I was more thinking like I want to spend more time in Miami with y'all than those 2 days. So I would have rather it had gotten rescheduled. But looking back, yeah, what you said makes perfect sense. It's vacation.
Yeah.
I would have been perfectly fine knowing that if y'all really wanted to go to Miami, regardless of the fact that I only would have been there for 2 days.
I feel you. I feel you. Nick thinks we're attacking him, but
no, we not, man. We just having a discussion.
I also want to point out that you guys assume a lot of things, and you don't know everything that's going on.
Because you don't. Yeah, we don't, and it's not our place to judge or assume. It's really not. But I mean, if we do assume, it's because I would say we're all kind of like best friends in a way. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like certain. Nick, you don't like share a lot. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like I share.
What do you want me to share?
No, you don't have to. That's you.
Nick said, "What do you want me to share?
What more do you want from me?" It's just like you don't have to. But in a general sense, it's just like when you have a friendship and a person doesn't share, and a person is trying to look out for you based off the little crumbs that they're given. It's just like, dang, I can't do anything but assume. When they're not even trying to tell, you would think, this is how I want you to look at it. Not saying that we look at your situation as a negative, but we're saying, just in a general sense, if a person isn't talking about something that seems to be so great to them, but they won't tell you about it, it's kind of like, dang.
That's a good way to put it.
It has to be something that they just don't want us to know.
Because it's like the piece, they're throwing,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
like you throw the pieces at it, so all we have to do is like piece this puzzle together.
But it's like when we really just discuss it, it's such uncomfort and it's such like,
yeah,
I'd rather not say. It's such that type of shit, and it's just like, bro, like, what you mean? Like, we your homeboys. We not gonna damn post your life on Snapchat or something like.
I understand what you're saying, and part of that comes back to what I was saying before, is that if you're always
Words of caution.
Yeah, giving words of caution, negative energy, should I say, about certain things, then sometimes if I bring up any situation, whether I think it's positive or not, then sometimes I feel like y'all are just going to take something negative out of it.
Right.
And just bring up, what if I tell you something that we did this weekend, and you'll take one little thing, you'll be like, dang, she did that? and I'm just like, that's...
What you do?
Nothing. Like, literally, there's nothing.
No.
I see what you're saying.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, man, for real. But that's just what it is. Like if you just like if you're cool with somebody and they just not trying to talk about it, it's just like, dang, well, why wouldn't we worry? Why wouldn't we give words of caution? Like if you know what I'm saying, every time we talk about something, it's some type of discomfort or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, dang, that's it.
I see what you're saying. I see.
Just like the lady assumed we were misogynistic. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Kind of relates.
Yeah. And just as I try to see things from y'all's perspective,
yeah,
you guys should sometimes try to see things from my perspective as well.
100%.
I
respect that. I respect that.
If every time I'm hanging out with y'all, I feel like y'all are, and it's not all the time, but every time I hang out, like it's mostly
it's us two versus you.
Yeah, that's what it feels like at times.
Right.
And I'm cool, man. I'm a grown man. I'm fine,
right.
bro.
I
don't feel
that?
anything.
Can I explain that
towards it? But
can I kind of go into that? Because I think man, this ain't no man. Whatever, bro. I think it's because Vino listens, and sometimes it seems like he's not as rebellious as other people. Not saying you, just gonna say other people. Because there are other people that we hang with that are rebellious, that don't listen. Speaking of Gene, I can talk to Vino and he'll listen. He can talk to me and I'll listen. It's just like, kind of like I'm gonna just relate that situation at the gym. When you just like cut me off, I was like, dang, you kind of don't even respect what I'm saying. Like, it's just like a respect thing here. And I respect you and I know you respect me. That's not what I'm hitting at. But it's just kind of like, I know that's there. Just like sometimes you question if I'm gonna give negative, I question if you respect what I'm saying. That's it. So it's just kind of like, dang, like, if I know he's gonna respect what I say, and we both understand from the same perspective, it's just like, well, maybe if I say something to him, he can kind of help me out by not even pushing it on you, but just kind of help you understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's really it. So
but
I don't want you to think it's like some double team elementary school type shit.
No, but in the same sense, it seems like that for me also. If I 100%. Say stuff and y'all aren't really taking what I'm saying, and y'all just keeping y'all's same
100%
ideas and pushing them at me, like I'm not perceiving them when I am. I'm just giving my counter arguments. That's also
100%.
On my end.
And you're completely right. We should, because I don't think I've ever done that. Like tried to see it from your perspective. I don't think I ever have. So you're 100% right, for real. I believe that. Yeah. So, but I feel like it's like the damn fucking reunion.
But think about it like this though. You're really adept and like really like good at computers, right? So if you tell me something about computers, I'm gonna be all ears. I'm like, dang, all right, boom. But it's like when we tell you something about like
females.
Bro, trust me.
Black or queens. It's like it's as if you're like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't know what you're talking. That's what I assume. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, most of the time. You see what I'm saying?
You all talking about trust, right?
Y'all know me. I'm all about females, baby.
Trust me. I listen to the stuff and the substance that comes out of it. Even just like the stories y'all tell where y'all aren't even giving lessons.
Yeah.
I listen to what y'all say. Okay?
Yeah.
So when y'all immediately dismiss the fact that I do or do not,
yeah,
to me that's like, all right, you're not even respecting what I'm saying.
As you said. Imagine, bro, like, so you see how me and Darrell are with you, bro. Just imagine Edgar, bro. Edgar was like that with me for like 2 years, bro. But worse. Like, he was just going in, bro. And I used to just be like, bro, this dude, like, he ain't never been in a relationship, right? But Edgar was right. And that kind of made me, like, kind of like, damn.
Edgar was right one time.
No,
Edgar's been right a lot.
In the relationship.
I mean, like, about what?
Everything. I ain't gonna lie to you, everything.
And even when you're talking about one person.
Because that's only person. Yeah.
You're talking about one person. I think y'all big up with Edgar being right too much. Because Edgar's wrong a lot.
No, okay, he's wrong a lot, but
he was right in that situation.
Even with me, bro.
But everybody was right in that
Even with me, bro. I brought even with me,
I
brought situations to Edgar, bro, and he was right about them too. So that's two people. Edgar's known me probably less than half the time he's known him. I brought certain situations to him, multiple, and he said the same exact stuff, and he was right.
Yeah, okay.
Edgar be like the Hispanic Buddha or something, bro.
For real.
Like
he might be there here talking crazy, but he knows for real. Nick hate that dude.
I don't hate him.
He's about to say I really do.
That's what I really don't. But if the stuff he says to me is so seriously disrespectful that it's hard for me to take what he says and respect what he says when he don't respect me as a person.
I see what you're saying, Nick, but think about it like this, though, Nick. Aggie should say that, like, I see the stuff he say to you, bro. Bro, he say crazy stuff to me, bro. Like crazy.
He ever attack you as a person?
Yeah, yes. Especially in that. He's like, oh, you're a dumbass. Like,
he's a troll.
Like, we used to in a restaurant, bro. In a restaurant.
Bro, I used to be there with him. He used to be like, Sebastian, bro, you soft, bro. You a cupcake.
Yeah, like,
for real. Like,
I'm saying the same dude calling you a cupcake is the one getting groceries for girls who have dudes.
I mean,
he's driving them places and dropping them off at their boyfriend's house, bro.
This is my thing. But let me...
He calling other people cupcakes.
He wrong for that. Right? He really is. The only thing I can say to defend Edgar is he didn't know because he's never been with a girl. But now he knows. He learned from experience. True. So if somebody were to come to him in a similar situation or in a situation where he felt like they were in it too much, he could be like, yo, don't ever do this, don't ever do too much if they not giving or something. He could give his Edgar Buddha advice, you know what I'm saying? Because he knows from experience now. That's the only thing I can say about Edgar. But he is wrong, I was about to say all the time. He is wrong a lot of the time, though. He's stuck in his ways.
But Edgar be
He's stuck in his
saying,
ways.
within the disrespect, he says some things that, man, that be right, bro. Like, Edgar said some crazy stuff.
I don't know how, man. He gonna scar his kids, bro. For real.
Looking
that
back,
discipline.
Next time Edgar's disrespectful, Nick, just sit there and listen, bro, and be like.
But he be talking about stuff that he literally has no idea about. In my situation, like he has no idea.
What's one thing he said to
about.
you that he didn't know?
That's true. Well, you have to understand though, Nick. Edgar was there at the beginning at the same time I was there.
But he doesn't know this. He's never even met this person.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't gotta meet a person. You can just know
The
from
stuff you tell, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you telling me, yo, that dude, he a rapist or something like that, I could see him and I'd be like,
using that piece of
okay, that's a little too strong, but bro, I'm like, that's why I think Edgar has a certain way, like, cause it was the same with me, bro. I told him some stuff at the beginning, and I forgot about that stuff, but Edgar always kept reminding me, and I just be like, bro, why you bringing this up, bro? Like, we way past that now. But he was right. You know what I'm saying? I should have remembered that and be like, nah, bro, I see what he's saying. Like, he has a good perspective on this. You know what I'm saying? So even within the disrespect, Edgar has like some things you could take from it and be like, all right, like. Because I just think Edgar just wanted all of us to be single. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to think that when I was in a relationship. I was like, man, you just want me to be single with him.
We jealous.
Yeah.
The same way we thought.
That's what I used to do.
The same way we thought how you were thinking we were jealous of your relationship is how we thought about that with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, bro, why this dude treating me different because I got a girl? And then when we break up,
still be doing that though.
And then when me and the girl broke up, it was just like Edgar completely changed. And then when I told him I was messing with another girl, F your knees.
Yeah.
But then when I told him I won't mess with her no more, hey, Darrell, I'm gonna bring you some.
That's my point.
I'm gonna bring you some whatever the shit his mom cooked, bro. But that's
some pupusa.
Some pupusa. And I'm just like, damn, Edgar, bro, you flip.
What you got?
But I realized, bro, that's just him.
Yeah.
That's really just him.
I mean, do y'all think it's like misery? Like he wants y'all to be single, or you think it's just more like
subconsciously? I don't think he likes seeing other people. And
yo,
I don't know. It's hard, if he's done this multiple times, it's hard for me not to say that he doesn't like people being in relationships. That I don't even know why he has. Like, why would he say that to you? Like, why would he be flip floppy? Why would he have animosity towards you when you're in a relationship versus?
I think that also, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I completely kind of agree, if that makes sense. I'm like 99% with you, but I got to look at the other side too. Edgar does struggle with like his own personal demons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it could be just a reflection of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he might not make it about other people. It might really just be about him.
True.
You know what I'm saying? He might take it out on other people, which is wrong. That's wrong, but it might not be about specifics. It might just be about him.
Fact. I think one day you should just have a sit down with Edgar, bro. Like just a sit down and just.
But I've tried talking to
bro,
him.
They're gonna start fighting.
Like just tell him exactly how you feel. Like just say, look,
bro,
like, you're disrespectful.
We was here last time. We was here last time,
but without us,
bro. We was here last time. Nick was like, Edgar, bro, what game are you playing on the phone? He was like, fuck you. Bro, I ain't never heard nobody be that mad at somebody.
Yeah. What was he even mad at me for kicking him out of my house because he was being disrespectful?
That dude, Edgar.
Yeah, wild, bro.
That's my homeboy.
Edgar's wild.
Edgar's a coon, man.
Mad disrespectful.
But also, you remember Dennis? Oh shit, cut it out. You remember Trans Man? Nah, cut that out.
Whoa!
Cut that out too. You remember old boy was
yo.
You remember, you gotta cut it out. You remember old boy was talking about how he wanted to get a girlfriend. And you remember when we met up with Edgar, he was like, yeah, bro, you can do it. You can get any girl.
True.
That's another point,
That
though.
is true.
So
That
it
is
might
true.
just be about his own specific misery,
That's true. That is true.
and he just takes it out on other people. I don't
That's
know.
true.
But we got to name this podcast "Drama Within the Crew"
Something like that. Fact.
because this ain't
Drama, y'all just been. No one else been. Y'all ain't been talking about nobody else but me.
Because
Well, it spilled. The group chat
interesting
spilled
character,
over
man.
into this. Nick, you attacked us.
I did not.
You did, bro. That was an attack.
You said it in a refined manner, like you said for me.
That's what I said in the chat, though. I said I can see how she thought those were what you said were misunderstood. I said
You do
No,
say
somebody-
something.
I said y'all did say some misogynistic things. To be honest,
I'm talking about the successful
I said you
stuff,
said
like the
so.
failure stuff.
Yeah.
That was like in a refined way, but I could see clearly through that, and I'm
I'm
like,
just like, bro.
come on, Nick, come on now. You could have just said it like the way it was meant to be said.
What do you mean?
Like you could have just said, yeah, I don't listen to you guys because you guys haven't had successful long-term relationships.
But
It's
that's not
hard.
true.
It's hard for me to listen to everything
Or-
you say because you guys haven't been in successful relationships.
Long-term.
But I don't
successful
believe that. I don't think y'all have nothing valuable to like no valuable advice to bring to.
But I'm not canceling it out. You could have said it's hard for me to listen to everything you say because you haven't had any successful relationships. I know you listen sometimes, or at least now you explaining that you listen sometimes. So now I feel like it. But it's just before it was kind of like, dang, bro, this nigga Nick don't listen.
Because even with the marriage
That's
thing,
him.
I mean, I feel you on that, but man, these people, man, a lot of times a happy marriage to
Live in the day,
outside.
live in the day, not the year. That's what I'm gonna say. Live in the day, not the year. Live for today. Don't think too much about the future, pretty much. Just go day by day. Take it day by day. And then when y'all get married, take it day by day.
Trust me, I had too many problems to be thinking about.
So
Years in the future.
okay, so that's another point. So why do you always bring up if it was a person that was married for 20 years, I would listen to what they have to say. Versus
That's not saying I don't listen to what you guys have to say.
But I'm saying why would you you know what I'm saying? Like
Because they took the first initial, like they still went through these same stages in a relationship.
Okay.
That's
fair.
why what they say will be valuable.
That's fair.
And sometimes, man, I mean, you're right. And sometimes those married people, man, they have like a skewed perspective on their situation. Wife might be getting hit from the back when they go to work, and they don't even know.
Y'all just assume. Also, y'all have
It's a
so
joke.
much negative.
It's a joke,
in it.
man.
I know, but
It's a joke.
just in general.
It's a joke.
Like if you look at a random girl, what do you assume?
I said she looks beautiful.
I'm talking about like what would you assume that she's? Would you assume if you got in a relationship with her that she would
Cheat?
be good for you, or you assume she would be bad for you?
Nah,
You
I
could look
would
at an
see.
arbitrary girl.
Yeah, I would definitely test her to see. I wouldn't even think
But what would you assume going into it?
going into a relationship.
I have nothing
First
to
two.
assume.
I mean, if I don't know her, I'm just,
You're gonna. So you're right now. It seems like you're coming from a position where you assume not the worst, but you assume more negative than positive,
No,
which is fine. But
I expect anything.
I don't
okay.
Like
assume
I've told Vino that multiple
You
times.
just said the other day.
Expect
Sorry.
anything.
no. I said I don't know what she's gonna bring to the table. I'm gonna assume she's not gonna bring nothing to the table. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm talking.
But that's
about.
not being negative. That's just me
Assuming
just,
they bring nothing to the table.
That's what I'm gonna assume.
They have
That's
to-
kind of negative to me.
Not
Why?
to me though. That's what I'm
Because to
saying.
me,
Why would you
everybody
assume?
brings
Okay,
something.
if you don't know the
Alright,
person,
man.
why would you assume that they're gonna bring this, and this when you don't know them?
Yeah, let's just be
Because I'm just saying, everyone has unique experiences they can bring.
like what?
A
Let's just-
relationship you have with anybody, they bring something to the
What
table.
are they gonna bring to the table? Nick?
I don't understand.
What is a girl? What is a specific girl gonna bring to the table, Nick?
What are they gonna bring?
I don't know. Life experience.